XDC is the backbone of real world adoption and it is live on Kraken. Folks, people waited for it for a very long time. Why isn't XDC being listed on various exchanges? The time has now come. Check this out. The hybrid chain powering real world finance by XDC and XDC Foundation can be traded today on Kraken, folks. Trading now. So this is great. And people have been sleeping on XDC for a while now. Check this out, James Casey over here. Most people are sleeping on XDC at just 7.5 or almost 8 cents, but the network is quietly positioning itself as the backbone of global trade plus finance. So let's check this out. XDC is doing a lot of things in various different sectors, folks. If in terms of tokenization, in terms of global trade, you name it. According to James over here, real world assets, XDC isn't chasing hype meme coins. For folks, I'll give you an example. XDC has waited a very, very long time when it comes to being listed on exchanges, when it comes to focusing on exchange listings. Unlike hype meme coins, it has focused more on utility. It has focused more on development. It has focused more on forging good partnerships. And this is why it is not merely your hype or pump and dump coin, folks. It is building infrastructure for billions in trade finance plus tokenized assets. And I might even rephrase this to trillions, because indeed the market that XDC is aiming for is trillions of dollars with partnerships with banks, credit platforms, regulators, and it is totally compliant. Look at this enterprise target. The target for XDC are the enterprises, the financial organizations, and it is totally compliant. XDC is the only blockchain member of ITFA, folks, the International Trade and Forfeiting Association. How many projects can claim this? And one of the best parts about XDC, folks, that oftentimes goes unnoticed is the specialization on global trade finance when it comes to blockchain tech. We haven't seen many public blockchains do this, folks. We have seen permissioned blockchains. They might be doing this, but we haven't seen many projects specializing when it comes to global trade finance. We've seen xdcnetwork specializing on cross-border payments, and xdcnetwork wants to do that as well, cross-border payments. But aside from that, the specialization of XDC is global trade, folks, and tokenization. Ranked number 64 on CoinMarketCap, yet powering RWA's CCIP integration and private credit facilities. This is what we're talking about, folks, and this is why we call it the backbone of real-world adoption. Look at this. Not merely trade finance, we're talking about trade finance, real-world assets, tokenization, and cross-border payments. It indeed seems to be the definition of a hidden gem of crypto, folks. Check this out. What problem does XDC solve? A really good graphic over here, by the way, from Crypto Queen over here. So let's check this out. What problem does XDC solve? The problem: cross-border trade and payment systems are slow, expensive, and dominated by middlemen. Besides this, folks, the paper has caused a lot of trees to be cut. When it comes to climate change, when it comes to green politics, XDC is one of the solutions to that, folks. Check this out. XDC Network offers hybrid blockchain architecture for near instant, low-cost, ISO 20022 compliant financial and data transactions. Awesome. Energy efficient, uses POS delegated proof of stake, 2 seconds finality, average transaction time, and 6-second finality. Yeah, approximately 38 billion XDC total supply. So the supply is limited, it is scarce in the long haul, and for the demand of XDC network, folks, it is really scarce. If XDC pulls it off, pulls the utility off, it pulls the use cases off, folks. 0.0001 average fee, so minute fee. It is ISO 20022 ready, the new system for messaging, folks, in the world of finance. It is interoperable, supports EVM, R3 Coda, Trade Trust, and more. R3 Coda, folks, it is also increasing its use cases when it comes to the institutions and institutional adoption. Enterprise grade, designed for private subnets, compliance, and regulated use. It is hybrid, folks. Hybrid means that it has a public space for it, the public space as well as private space for the institutions. It can be customized, basically. Fun facts: XDC transactions settle in 2 seconds, low fees, it is green, which I told you guys that it is all about green politics. We should be done with the outdated and obsolete paper-based economy and paper-based system. It has a burn mechanism. Each transaction burns a portion of the fee. Awesome, folks. Look at the global partners. We're talking about Singapore, Trade Trust IMDA, Japan. We have oftentimes covered the SBI partnership, R3 integration, USA, Fluent Finance, Trade Tech, Securitize. Securitize is associated with none other than BlackRock, folks. And Trade Tech, there are great projects being built on top of it that are disrupting and providing use cases to the world of finance. Europe has got Deutsche Telekom, Brazil has got Liqui Digital Assets, UK is a huge one, Archex. We've got UAE. By the way, do not take UAE for granted, folks, because Middle East is one of the regions that is pro crypto at the moment, pro digital asset at the moment. It is undergoing so many regulations, so many good and friendly digital asset policies. Look at this: legal tender XDC accepted as a digital payment asset in Panama and Indonesia, folks. Now, this is what we're talking about. This is awesome. Who controls XDC? XDC is governed by a decentralized validator network through staking. If we look at XDC, bank friendly, yes. XDC is ISO 20022 ready. Is it secure? Yes, it runs on a secure delegated proof of stake consensus mechanism with privacy enabled infrastructure, folks. This is XDC Army over here. XDC joins the ranks of top digital assets available on Kraken. This is one of the great listings, folks, because we've seen Kraken being one of the exchanges that is truly trying to be regulated, folks. Now, this is what we're talking about. Kraken opens the door for institutions and retail traders worldwide to access one of the fastest growing utility networks in trade finance and DeFi. Awesome, folks. Check this out. It is like Cyprex research created the most perfect GIF for XDC days in advance. xdcnetwork, a layer 1 EVM leader in hybrid blockchain solutions for global trade and finance, announces a $1 million investment in Casu Finance through its VC arm, XDC Ventures. Folks, XDC also invests and funds good projects, the ones that have good potential, so nothing new. This alliance is bridging traditional finance and DeFi while positioning both entities at the forefront of institutional-grade yield generation, folks. XDC wants to become that connecting point, that bridge between TradeFi and DeFi, between the traditional finance, the legacy systems, and the blockchain realm. So Casu Finance will integrate natively with the XDC network, enabling users to deposit stablecoins via XDC native wallets. Awesome. This is the institutional reset that we're talking about. You name it, folks. hbar, XLM, XDC, XRP. Look at this. The institutional trio. Oftentimes XRP, XLM, and XDC are mentioned. This is a new one. hbar, XLM, and XDC. Yeah, hbar, the enterprise consensus and security. XLM, global payments and remittances. And when it comes to XDC network, folks, check this out. XDC, the trade finance and tokenized assets platform, runs on the XinFin hybrid blockchain, ISO 20022 compliant, recognized by ITFA, which we discussed, focuses on tokenizing trade elements, folks, trade finance elements like invoices, letters of credit, and global trade instruments, as well as bills of lading, etc., folks. And why should anyone be interested in it? It is positioning itself for a unique area and a unique position in global trade, which we're talking about the trade market gap, which is equivalent to trillions, folks. 19 trillion plus dollar market, and even if XDC gets a small piece of the pie, it is going to be huge, folks. That's for sure. And we are seeing the XDC team building the networks. Head of xdcnetwork, Saloya Ben Baha, joins the 15th anniversary blockchain live in Dubai. Awesome. Look at this. From trade finance to DeFi. You can check this interview out, an interview on XDC Network's strategic investment in Casu Finance and what it is all about. You can check this one out. It is interesting. I saw another post over here from XDC official, folks. Look at this. How Shelt is transforming healthcare claims and the insurance ecosystem. XDC Network always collaborates with really great projects that want to make a change. And XDC is trying to provide use cases to various different sectors, and healthcare is also a part of the elite group, folks. So let's check this out, what it is all about that XDC has posted. You can check this entire thing out yourselves. This is 30 minutes long, by the way. We're going to be looking at a bit of this.
So you mentioned that both retailers and insurers must be open-minded in order to trust this technology, right?
Exactly.
And since we touching the point of trust, let's talk about the privacy. I know, Dr. Sheetal, you've mentioned already how you protect customer policy in the previous podcast, but in this that touches or involves insurers, how do you make sure that Shelt AI is only sharing the rightful data to the insurers?
Shelt has its own data repository, so its data privacy is very important, and we have taken care to maintain its data privacy purely by anonymizing the data, masking it, means completely erasing the details and giving a unique identification to it. We are also using GDPR and HIPAA frameworks for maintaining the privacy. This way, privacy is never sacrificed for performance and trust remains intact.
So clearly, Shelt is prioritizing privacy at every step, right? Data is secured, and also it's handled with proper consent, right?
Correct.
So yes, Mr. Yashish, in your standpoint, how critical is this balance of privacy versus actionable insights, for insurers to start trusting or adopting the solutions like Shelt?
This is the most important thing for any insurer or vendor to partner with Shelt if they have to. They need to get the confidence, and the results have to be visible in front of them that if they are partnering with Shelt, the data is into the safest hands in order to comply with the law of the land, in order to comply with the data privacy acts which are getting passed globally. Because the consumer data is extremely sensitive and they would...
I agree, folks. This is one of the biggest positives and pros of XDC Network, by the way, which also is underrated, that it takes data really extremely seriously. Data privacy has been a really huge issue throughout the globe, and if a network is not private, it cannot respect customers, institutions, or clients' data. I mean, that network is not good at all. So XDC Network and the partners that it is trying to associate itself with, I think that they tend to take privacy and data extremely seriously.
Never want their consumer data to be misused. You come across multiple cyber attacks news which are around the world, and the data is going for a toss. Today, a consumer is not wanting his even the name or his any ailment data to go to anybody else. So how insurers are layering on technology solutions provided by Shealth, how Shealth is complementing it back by showing that yes, we are covering you 360 degree onto all aspects of data protection. And in this persuasion of the eventual data refinement and giving the predictive analysis or giving the pricing models, data privacy is giving the much necessary comfort to insurers. So insurers across the globe, while you are seeing this podcast, trust me, they have built a very, very robust data protection solutions, and your data will not be available on any public domains. It will be your own data, and you will get the much needed results which you are never gotten so far by partnering with Shell.
Yeah, so how do you envision AI into healthcare and even insurance claims?
I would say AI is just not as a part of the claims. Shell can actually try to make the underwriting, which we discussed in the earlier part of this podcast, through predictive analysis, forecasting, a far more a realistic thing. Currently, insurers either refer to Excel sheets for the age bands of pricing in healthcare, or they go via their own.
Folks, AI can also be of paramount importance when it comes to XDC network or its partners. Obviously, folks, AI is huge. Artificial intelligence is here and it is here to stay, and a network should benefit from it. It should integrate the use cases of AI into its body, and this is why XDC network can benefit a lot from from AI, folks. Look at this. 3 reasons why we love the XDC network. Word Capital will tokenize up to $1 billion in Brazilian debt and receivables on XDC over the next 30 months. Number 2, Utila integration now lets banks and financial institutions custody and manage assets on XDC with institutional grade MPC wallets. Number 3, Bridged USDC is live via XSwap, permissionless USDC transfers between Ethereum, Arbitrum, and XDC. Certic audited. So the future of tokenization indeed is happening now, and XDC network should not be taken lightly, folks. Anyways, folks, what do you guys think about XDC network being the backbone of real world assets, the real world finance, real world adoption? What do you guys think about it? I would really like your opinions. Do hit the comment box below and let the community know. Anyways, guys, this was it for the video. If you liked it, make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification icon if you're interested in utility coins and potential gems. And you can also support the channel by checking out Patreon by following the link in the description box below. Until next time, stay blessed and stay tuned. Thank you very much, everyone.